over a longer period of time, obviously consistency becomes important, So you can't keep shifting gears. Sometimes they say that, positioning is something you change once in a generation. So you can't I feel very sad when, brands have changed hands or change hands from one product manager to the other. Or sometimes, as you also asked somewhere, how mergers and acquisitions affect brands. When you see that, somebody comes in new and they feel that there is a dying compulsion to change everything. I want to say that, look, now I came in and brought these changes. I think one needn't do that, because the guy who has handled it before, it has been reasonably good. They would have had some thoughts. They would have had really some idea about what they were doing. And if the person continues, if it's a big brand, it's great because he has already built it, and that would help the company. But even if it changes hands, I think it is very important to understand where they were coming from, what they wanted to do, and then you should have a very strong reason to say that no, I'm going to take a different path because this is not getting me any results. So consistent branding, yes, a lot of weightage. Everybody is a repository of all ideas. It's teamwork. You learn so much from people. Don't come from a position that only you know well. And I'll tell you, even on any success, whether it is augmenting or vaccines or all, there is no one single author. There is no one single author. A lot of people have come together to make something happen. Only thing, they worked in sync. They had only one goal. There is clarity of communication. Everybody knew what their role was and how they have to do it. But nobody can claim that it was my idea. Idea means nothing. Okay, it might have been your idea, but then who actually, took it to the public and who executed it? So many things are there. Otherwise, you don't get anywhere. So very often, this greed to own up something, people actually mess it up. Good ideas don't get executed. So I always say that, see, if you have a product, if you have technology, you patent it and you own it. Marketing ideas, you can't patent it. You can't own it. So what do you think is superb? It is such a distinct one, very innovative today as a marketing practice. Believe me, it will be copied by others maybe next month. So unless you scale it up and do it in such a fashion that they are going to think twice before diving into this. So unless it is something very unique and distinct, which because of certain sort of strengths what your company has got, you can execute it, others are going to struggle. But that too doesn't give you too much of ownership. Over a period of time, somebody is going to come back. So what I'm saying is, so don't fall in love with your own thought and idea and just bulldoze everybody and say that, look, I want to get this done. It's not going to work. As a brand manager, one of the most difficult, challenging tasks which I have faced is how nobody reports to me, but I have to get job done from everybody. So I have to influence everybody to spare time and work for me and my brand, means particularly the supporting functions, whether it is medical, whether it is production, whether it is R&D, whether it is procurement, whether it is commercial, everything I have to get all of them training. I have to get all of them aligned, regulatory, to come and work for me, but none of them report to me. So you have to have this knack of how do you get that done? How do they buy your thought, your idea, and you as a person? Look, it's worth spending 30 minutes today of my time to help this guy out. So I think these are the thoughts I would like to leave the youngsters with.